Hello everyone and welcome back to Law Statistics. Today's presentation is based on the topic Case Laws of Constitutional Law Part 1st. So let's proceed towards the presentation. So the first case here is Bijoy Emmanuel versus State of Kerala, the case of 1986. So the ratio of the case is the court held that the right of free speech and expression also includes the right to remain silent and that only standing for the national anthem showed proper respect. Also, in the case of Rajbhala versus State of Haryana, the case of 2015, the constitutionality of the Haryana Panchayat Raj Amendment Act of 2015 was upheld. The act disbarred persons in Haryana from the right to contest panchayat elections on the basis of certain restrictions like educational qualifications, arrears clause, etc. Also, in the case of K. Veeraswamy versus Union of India, the case of 1991, no FIR against a High Court or Supreme Court judge unless President consults CGI and CGI allows it. Also, in the case of Delhi Judicial Service Association versus State of Gujarat, guidelines against arrest of a judicial officer, permission of a district judge or High Court judge is required. In the case of S.P. Gupta versus Union of India, the case of 1981, consultation under Article 124 does not mean concurrence. In the case of Supreme Court Advocates on Record versus Union of India 1993 case, consultation under Article 124 does not mean concurrence. Collegium system evolved 1 plus 2 equal to CGI plus 2 senior most judges. Also, in re-presidential reference of 1998, collegium means CGI plus 4 senior most judges. In the case of Supreme Court Advocates on Record versus Union of India, the case of 2015, primacy of the CGI in judicial appointments upheld. National Appointments Judicial Commission Act struck down as unconstitutional. 99th Amendment to the Constitution was struck down. In the case of Naresh Mirajkar versus State of Maharashtra, the case of 1966, judiciary is state while performing administrative functions, not while performing judicial functions. In the very famous case of Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan 1997, guidelines pertaining to sexual harassment of women at workplace Act 2013 was enacted. Also, in the case of Sahara versus CB, the case of 2012, doctrine of postponing media publication to ensure fair trials. Also, in the very famous case of Shaira Bano versus Union of India, the case of 2017, triple talaq was held as unconstitutional. In the case of Nalsa versus Union of India 2014, transgenders as third gender to be given government jobs under OBC category. Also, in the case of Shankari Prasad versus Union of India, 1951, Parliament can amend fundamental rights. Law under Article 13 does not include a constitutional amendment. In the very famous case of Sajjan Singh versus State of Rajasthan, question posed, can Parliament amend the basic structure? Also, moving ahead, in the case of Golaknath versus State of Punjab, another very famous case of 1961, Parliament cannot amend fundamental rights. Under Article 13 Clause 2, law includes a constitutional amendment, doctrine of prospective overruling laid down. Also, diluted by 24th Amendment 1971, law does not include constitutional amendment as per Article 13 Clause 4 and Article 368 Clause 3 inserted by 24th Amendment of 1971. In the very famous case of Keshwananda Bharati versus State of Kerala, the case of 1973, Parliament can amend fundamental rights, cannot amend the basic structure. Part of Article 31C, which barred judicial review, struck down. Also, in the case of Minerva Mills versus Union of India, the 1980 case, Article 368 Clause 4 and Article 368 Clause 5 was struck down. Part of Article 31C struck down, which gave primacy to all directive principles over fundamental rights. Harmony between DPSPs and fundamental rights emphasized. In the case of Ajay Hasia versus Khalid Mujib, 1980 case, also in the case of R.D. Shetty versus International Airport Authority, 1980, test for determining other authority under Article 12 was initiated. In the case of A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, the case of 1950. Procedure established by law under Article 21 does not mean due process of law. Also, in another very famous case of Menaka Gandhi versus Union of India, the case of 1978, procedure established by law under Article 21 means due process of law, right to go abroad, a facet of Article 21. In the case of Attorney General of India versus Lakshman Devi in year 1985, public hanging is violative of Article 21. Also, in the case of K. Puttaswamy versus Union of India, the case of 2017, right to privacy was included as an integral part of Article 21. Also, in the case of Balaji Raghavan versus Union of India, 1995 case, national awards such as Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, and Padma Shri, the national awards, are titles within the meaning of Article 18, Clause 1 of the Constitution of India, which talks about abolition of titles. Also, in the case of State of West Bengal versus Anwar Ali Sarkar, the case of 1951, there must be a nexus between the classification and the object of the act which makes the classification. In the case of M.R. Balaji versus State of Mysore, 1962, a special provision of reservation should be less than 50%. Caste can be one of the criteria with other criteria such as place of habitation, poverty, etc. to determine backwardness, but caste cannot be the sole factor. In the case of Indra Swani versus Union of India, the case of 1993, reservations in promotion not permissible, diluted by Article 116, Clause 4A by 77th Amendment. Creamy layer test not applicable to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Reservation beyond 50% not permissible. Caste is a predominant test for assessing backwardness. Carry forward rule for vacancies not permissible. Diluted by Article 16 Clause 4b by 81st Amendment. Upheld 27% reservation for OBC in public offices. Also, in the case of Ajit Singh versus State of Punjab 1991, getting reservation in promotion does not grant consequential seniority for SC and ST candidates. Catch-up rule was laid down under which senior general candidates who were promoted after SC/ST candidates would resign their seniority over SC/ST candidates promoted. Diluted by addition of a clause with consequential seniority in Article 16 Clause 4A by 85th Amendment. M. Nagaraj versus Union of India 2006 case. Reservation in promotion can be allowed if three test factors are shown: demonstrate backwardness, demonstrate inadequacy of representation, overall efficiency of the administration should not get compromised. Held per incuriam in Jarnal Singh versus Lakshmi Narayan Gupta, to the extent that it asks for demonstrating backwardness for SC/ST, as it goes against Indra Swami finding that there. In Jarnal Singh versus Lakshmi Narayan Gupta 2018 case, hold M. Nagaraj per incuriam to the extent it asks for data to demonstrate backwardness of SC and ST. Ashok Thakur versus Union of India 2008 case. Caste is often used interchangeably with class and can be called as the basis unit in social stratification. Creamy layer principle can apply to ST and SCs. They are separate backward class by themselves. In the case of State of Madras versus Champakam Dorairajan, the case of 1951, admission to medical and engineering colleges in Madras in a proportion based upon caste and religion were challenged and even diluted by addition of Article 15 Clause 4 by the First Amendment of 1951. In the case of Mohini Jain versus State of Karnataka 1992, there is a fundamental right to education at all levels, primary, secondary, and higher, and that the state was under a constitutional mandate to provide educational institutions at all those levels. The court held that if government seats are filled by charging a particular amount, it is that state responsibility to ensure that all other institutions that are set up with government permission have obtained recognition from the government also charge the same amount as fees. In the case of Unni Krishnan JP vs State of Andhra Pradesh 1993, reconsidered Mohini Jain held that the right to education only extend to children up to the age of 14 years. Private institutions has a right under Article 19 Clause 1 Subclause G that entitle them to complete autonomy. In the case of TMA Pai vs State of Karnataka 2002, setting up of an educational institute would be an occupation under Article 19 Clause 1 Subclause G. The scheme framed by Unni Krishnan was illegal and unconstitutional, overruled Unni Krishnan to that extent. In the case of Islamic Academy of Education vs State of Karnataka 2003 case, it was held that the state can provide reservation in favor of financially or socially backward section of the society. Also, in the case of PA in Andhra vs State of Maharashtra, the bench was set to clarify the ratio of TMA Pi 11 judge bench verdict to examine the correction of Islamic Academy case. Court held that setting up of committees to fix fee structure, seats, etc. in private educational institutions ran contrary to the judgment in TMA Pi case, hence overruled Islamic Academy to that extent. State can't impose its reservation policy on minority and non-minority unaided private colleges, including professional colleges as well. Also, in the case of Vaman Rao vs Union of India 1981 case, all laws put under the 9th schedule of the Constitution before the date of Keshavananda Bharati's decision, that is April 24th, 1973, will be immune from judicial review. All laws put under the 9th schedule after Keshavananda Bharati will be open to challenge on the ground of violation of basic structure doctrine. In the case of I.R. Coelho vs State of Tamil Nadu 2007 case, twofold test laid down to determine the validity of any law put under the 9th schedule, whether the law violates fundamental right, whether the violation also results in violation of basic structure of the Constitution. If yes, the law will be struck down. Held some fundamental right to be part of the basic structure of the Constitution but stopped short of holding all fundamental rights to be a part of the basic structure. In the case of P. Rathinam vs Union of India 1994 case, Section 309 of IPC is a cruel and irrational provisions and it may result in punishing a person against who has suffered agony and would also be suffering because of the failure to commit suicide. In the case of Gyan Kaur vs State of Punjab 1996, right to life under Article 21 is inherently inconsistent with the right to die, as is death with life. In furtherance, the right to life, which includes right to live with human dignity, would mean the existence of such a right up to the natural end of life. It may further include death and with dignity, but such existence should not be confused with unnatural extension of life, curtailing natural span of life. Overruled by P. Rathinam vs Union of India. In the case of Aruna Shambhag vs Union of India 2011, the Supreme Court issues a set of broad guidelines legalizing passive euthanasia in India. It held that a decision to withdraw treatment, nutrition, or the decision to discontinue life support must be taken by parents, spouse, or other close relatives, or in the absence of them, by a next friend. This decision requires approval from the concerned High Court. In the case of Common Cause vs Union of India 2018 case, right to die with dignity is a fundamental right. Passive euthanasia is permissible, not active euthanasia. In the case of Kyoto Holohan vs Jackchilu 1992 case, held that para 7 of the 10th schedule inserted by 52nd Amendment of 1985 of the Constitution as ultra vires as it excluded judicial review. In the case of Indira Nehru Gandhi vs Raj Narayan 1975, held the 39th Amendment as unconstitutional and violative of basic structure. In CBSE can in no way be regarded as against secularism. Indeed, our Constitution requires giving to fill up to Sanskrit because of what has been stated in Article 351, in which, while dealing with the duty of the Union to promote the spread of Hindi it has been provided that it would draw whenever necessary or desirable for its vocabulary primarily on Sanskrit. Encouragement to Sanskrit is also necessary because it being one of the languages included in the 8th schedule. Also, in the case of R.E.V. Stenislus was the state of MP in 1977, the right to propagate religion under Article 25 does not include the right to convert by fraud or allurement, and therefore upheld the constitutional validity of the laws enacted by Madhya Pradesh and Orissa legislatures prohibiting conversion by force, fraud, or allurement. That's all for the presentation. Thank you and have a great day ahead.